Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Marguerite here, and I'm back again today with another toy review for you guys. So, if you guys remember in my last Valentine's Day special video that covered the Zoids figures that I got, I said in that video I was going to do a re-review of one of the figures that wasn't exactly great in the quality control department. In other words, it was basically falling apart at the seams. So I got another version of it yesterday for my B-Day. So I thought we would take a brief look at it and do some other stuff with that. So let's get started here. So here is the Zoid itself from last time. Here he is, Pincers, a really nice box here. Not going to go too much over the box like I did last time. Just going to do a little spin around of it. But, what's it? I learned a couple things, actually, about these little Zoid things since last video. And that is that apparently Zoids is some sort of series that's been going on for apparently a good while now. That, and basically, it's sort of like, if you guys know the video game Horizon Zero Dawn, which I might actually play on my actual gaming side of this channel. What's it? In that game, there's these like robotic animals, and they kind of like exist among, humans and stuff like that. And apparently, it's Zoids is very similar to that, where these robot things are they just naturally exist. But funny enough, there's actually like real animals in the world, stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting. So with that being said, let's actually take a look at the actual figure itself. I can actually, put the camera down and let's bring him in. So there we go. This is Pincers. Now, Pincers looks pretty good, I gotta say. Really great attention to detail. Of course, this is a Takara Tomy product, so of course it's going to be really, really nicely detailed. I'm just going to give a little spin around so you guys can see all the nice detail in there. Again, the eyes are really nicely painted there. Love all the mechanical detail that's riddled throughout the toy here. Really nice looking little pincers on the side there, which is for his little attack mode, I guess, so to speak. So, let's go over a little bit of articulation this figure has. So, for movement of this figure, surprisingly it does have some, that being the wings up here, which can move, and they can kind of tuck behind a little rider here. And the pincers move for the attack mode. So for that, we just take these little pincers and we just kind of slide these out. There are little like notches where they kind of rest. And then you just kind of rest the little pincers out in the front. Now for some reason, the one on the right is actually, or left, is tighter than the one on the right. It's really weird. Again, a little bit of a QC kind of thing, but there you go. So this is his sort of attack mode. So basically now he has bigger pincers that he can cut you up with, so that's pretty cool. And of course, just like all the Zoids before it, it does have a wind-up gimmick, which of course on this one, the motor's not exactly all that powerful. So it's not exactly the best when it comes to the little wind-up gimmicks. So, I don't know, I was about to say wind-up mode. Yes, what was wind-up? Why was a wind-up gimmick actually a mode? So to do that, you flip the bug over, and there's a little winder on the bottom. We just wind that up. And surprisingly, this is the only one that's actually, one that is just a more traditional wind-up instead of having to use an extension, a key extension to actually wind it up sort of thing. So, wind it up a good few times until it gets nice and tight, and then there you go. That's this sort of gimmick. And again, the motor is not all that powerful because surprisingly, the actual armor pieces actually weigh it down. So for me to actually get this to work, I actually have to take off all the armor bits so that way it will actually go. But of course, I can just do this and just kind of tap it to get it in motion. But you can see the legs sort of move and the jaws sort of open and close every now and then. Just a shame that it doesn't actually, just do it on its own like, say, Needle does. Which actually brings me into the next section here, which is comparisons. So let's do some little size comparisons to the other ones. So first up, we're going to size compare it with a Needle, so that way you can see how tall that one is. So there you go. Next, we're going to bring in Phobia, the spider one. so you guys can see how those two look together. Very nice. And then lastly, we have Rapterix. Yeah, it's really interesting that we got 3 bugs and then 1 dinosaur. That's really weird for this first little wave of these little figures. But there you go. There you have those 2 there. Very nice looking. Almost dropped the phone again. Oh gosh. But alright, so there you have it, guys. That is Pincers. All in all, very nice little figure. Again, my only problem is that the motor on this is not exactly all that strong to get the whole little gimmick going. But I like the idea they were going for with the whole little creepy crawly sort of aesthetic of this one. So that, and of course it's a big beetle. I mean, how could you go wrong with a big Hercules beetle? Well, it's not even a Hercules beetle, stag beetle. But anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys enjoyed this, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for all my regular gaming uploads. And of course, as well as toy reviews. And I will see you guys in the next video I do. Later, Squad, and have a good one.